What's good with the YouTube? Y'all already know Big Flacco with the convict's perspective, and I'm gonna smash, dash, slide on through with a little bit of energy. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire content. So I got some exclusive information and news that occurred this Friday. Okay, a lot of people aren't really talking about this situation, right? But it could have major consequences from it. So April 5th, 2024, 11:37 p.m. in Salinas, right? On the 200 block of Salinas Street, okay? At a bar called Jaime's, okay? There apparently was an incident to where an individual was shot, okay? And he succumbed to life-threatening injuries when he was taken to the hospital. He died, okay? Now, this individual is a dude that's pretty well respected out there in Salinas. He was a Norteno Soldado, which means he was basically a hermano, a bro, and then soul, okay? Goes back to the days of being on the squads with Lobo and them, okay? He got caught up around the same time as when MC got killed, Geronimo got killed, and there was that back and forth shootings that were going on out there in the streets in Salinas when there was that conflict, that war that was going on, okay? Now, apparently this individual was killed by an inactive, a dropout. Now, from Fremont Street, apparently. Now, apparently, something happened at the bar. The dude got smashed on, the dude that was a dropout. He came back and handled his business. Now, no one knows the exact affiliation of this individual who's not active that came back and, killed the homie. They don't know if he was a rider, if he was a new flower, or if he was just an independent individual that was no longer active, okay? In any event, the homie Gabriel Gutierrez, Kermit from SEM, 46 years old, long time in Soldado, was actually murdered this past Friday. Now, like I stated before, Kermit's been around a long time, man. So he's going to be missed by a lot of individuals, and a lot of people are going to be pissed about this, you know what I'm saying? This didn't have anything to do with any conflict amongst the state or feds, so before people start any type of rumors, that's not what happened here. It was allegedly an inactive that pretty much got smashed at the bar and came back and did what he did. Okay. Now, the media really hasn't put the story out there because Salinas, everybody already knows, it's the mecca of basically the Norteno movement. It's a place to where when shit happens, there's usually consequences, there's usually repercussions, and shit gets really fucking serious and dangerous out there, right? So this has been kept under wraps. It's probably kept under wraps because they're trying to get more information and hopefully smoke this individual out. Like I said, there's allegedly believed to be an individual who actually did this. No one's actually saying names, but at the end of the day, law enforcement already got an idea. They already know who it is, and they're on the manhunt for this individual. And I think that's why everything's been kept under wraps. But the magnitude of this individual's experience, contributions, and whatnot to the movement and his association with the NF, hey man, the dude was looked at as a very honorable and worthy individual. So anytime an Soldado gets killed by violence, there's usually a wave of reactions that come from that. Now, there's also been a lot of other killings that have happened just this past weekend that were all gang related. There may have been a Southsider, I believe, that may have been killed out there in San Francisco over this weekend. I'm looking into more information about that. And a couple other muertes, right? And it just seems like everything's kind of heated up recently. And it don't have nothing to, I don't think it has anything to do with the YouTube shit, because I think that anybody that's active would never let a YouTube or YouTuber influence them to where actions start to take place on the streets. The one thing that we got to do recognize from this, right, is that even though as we get older and we mature and we try to live our life a little bit different, that gravitating towards old atmospheres and old friends and homies and whatnot, whether you're out there gaming it or not, but if you're just around, there's always a risk that you jeopardize to put yourself in that position to where your life can be took. Because out there in the streets nowadays, people ain't playing. Those pistols that we used to have back in the days that were like revolvers and, 15 rounds, maybe 9 rounds. People got 30-round clips now, 100-round drums. And people are just as quick to use it, okay, off any type of slight filth of disrespect. With all the stuff that's been going on, man, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Never, man. So take advantage of what you have today, man. appreciate your loved ones. You know, times have changed out there. The climates of the streets are a lot different. Years before, you get older, you settle down, you want to kick on back. A lot of times you could do so without any type of consequences or whatnot. But nowadays, you can't go into a bar or go to a place to eat without running into some type of op that's ready to stir the pot. And next thing you know, everybody gets to clapping. Next thing you know, people like this, you know what I'm saying? Kermit, 46 years old, did a lot of time putting his work, right? Involved with the homies still, but not putting himself out there as far as on BS Front Street. But yeah, he goes to a bar and this happens. He gets his life took. That's why when we got all this, bullshit that we see on the internet from time to time or on YouTube, like lefty gunplay, talking about, F North, F this and that, fucking I'm a shooter, I'm a gangster. Man, save that shit for fucking PC, you know what I mean? Talk all that woo-wop over there, you know what I'm saying? Or you got Bozo, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a dropout, man, you know what I'm saying? My records isn't tarnished. Man, you've been telling fucking lies every time you open your fucking mouth. All that shit's not even fucking important, man. It may be important to them because it makes them feel like they're something, but we're talking real life here. Whether you're on the active side or inactive side, man, shit ain't guaranteed tomorrow. So when people are over here fucking woo-wopping and doing what they do, there's a real life out there in these streets, man, and you never know what may happen from one day to the next. It ain't just a young man's game out there in the streets where the youngsters are just clapping at each other, right? And you're fortunate to come out of that alive, or maybe you're fortunate to go to prison for a couple years to come out more mature. Nowadays, there's no limit, there's no restriction, there's no different side of the tracks. Just motherfuckers are treacherous out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And with all the inactive and active, it's hard to trust anybody. So you got to be on your toes and you got to be ready to go. And you can't hesitate. People can't think that because they're active that they're on the stronger side of things, because there ain't no stronger side of things in the streets. The streets does not care about none of that. One-on-one, man-to-man, when you're caught in traffic, right? Do you think that other man's really going to fucking sit there, oh, he's active, I can't do this to him? No, motherfuckers don't care, man. And until people start accepting the reality of that, is then when people are going to finally get it. This shit can get dangerous real quick. Don't let your fucking title or status, don't let that fucking mislead you that you're invincible. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. With that said, man, I'm kind of shocked that there's not more coverage, especially being this is Salinas, but this was an Soldado that was deeply involved in the mix. Like I said, he goes back to the days when fucking, Copas and all them were going at it with Lobo and Smiley, man. And shit got real hectic out there in Salinas. And nowadays, if you're inactive in Salinas, a dropout, you got to be with the shit. You have to be. If you're a south sider from Salinas, you're going to have to be with the shit. Straight up. There ain't no way to make it out there unless you're with the activities. With that said, it's your boy Flacco, Complex Perspective. Rest in peace. Kermit, I'm gone.